Hello, everyone. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you guys have been waiting for it. I keep forgetting to do that. So my intention is to do the 30-second countdown. That's my intention. However, I rarely due to COVID brain here, we're doing the
Mhm.
best we can just to be on. You understand?
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. My name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And this evening, I am bringing to you Bab's Hair and Beauty Supply. The owner, Donna Heath Gonzalez, has joined us. And you all remember her. She came on a while ago. But, Donna, how are you?
I'm great, Linda. Thanks for asking. How are you? It's great to be back.
It's good to have you back. It's
Thank you
good to
so
have
much.
you back. And so, I always invited you to come back when you had something going on. So
Yeah.
please tell us what's happening up in the Poconos Mountains, honey.
So much has happened since we last spoke and we met.
Mhm.
And it's such a great time now here in my world, in the beauty supply world, and in the Poconos. The fall is here. The leaves are beautiful. What can I say? We get to see another fall. We just have to enjoy it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like God has a good paintbrush and he just paints it all up for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's something to enjoy, even on a day when everything is going crazy. You
Absolutely.
go out and look at today. I was driving, and you should see the beautiful, like the fall
Mm,
leaves. It's like picture perfect.
absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was visiting a client on Tuesday, and the way we were positioned, we could see out his front window.
Mm-hmm.
And the leaves were falling like rain. Like they were just, and he was like, "Would you look at that?" And it was just all the leaves were falling, and it like rain. Like I'd never seen that many leaves fall at one time.
It's you know what I think. It's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's
Mm,
like you have a long day of work, and you just
yeah,
want to go home to peace and quiet.
uh,
Yeah, that's what I love.
absolutely. And any other day, that's what this was.
Absolutely. Any
Today
other
was like,
day. Today was a day, but we're thankful that we made it
we
through.
are grateful to be here. You know what? I laugh because normally when you and I try to get together, there's always something.
There's
There's
always
always
something.
something in the mix. Always something in the mix. But that's okay. We persist
Yeah.
until we get on. That's what
We
we
have
do.
to persevere. That's why I love that
Absolutely.
word so much. Just keep pushing through
Absolutely. We just keep coming till we get it done.
till
So
we get it done, right?
whatever. So thank you all for joining me. If you would like to comment or if you would like to go ahead and share it on your walls. So you can share it on your wall. And if you want to be a guest on the Business Plugs Mixer, that's what this is, then go ahead and in the comments, you can see how to contact Donna, how to get on the mixer, or how to contact me at getthebusiness.org. So we're going to get this conversation started. So Donna, tell us what's been happening.
So there's so much has been happening since we last spoke in my world in the Big Apple Beauty Supply. So for those of who don't know me, I am Donna Heath Gonzalez, and I am the founder of Big Apple Beauty Supply stores in Pennsylvania and babshair.com, our online store, the Glamod Ford Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Yes.
And I've been in the beauty supply industry for over 14 years.
Hmm.
And now I am international beauty supply store consultant. So
I
I've
love
decided
it.
to venture out into my consulting. There's so many people want to open beauty supply store, and I have so much that I can teach them. So I'm out there, and recently I was a speaker presenter at the Jamaica International Beauty Expo this past
Wow.
August.
All
Yeah,
right.
that was amazing. So good things are happening. And what else? I recently launched my own product line called Glamified Beauty. It's a collection of organic hair oils and serum. It is,
Wow.
I use it in my hair because these are braids, crochet braids, and just use them day in the morning, grease my scalp. And the good thing about them, they are like hot oil treatment or dry oil,
Okay.
either. And it's very light. So that's doing great. And getting ready to launch my Jamaican black castor oil. straight from
Oh,
Jamaica, Linda. Nothing mixed up here, or no chemical.
ah,
Sourcing all my Jamaican black castor oil is 100% pure, straight from the castor seeds, straight from Jamaica land, right here. Yep, that's getting ready
wow.
to drop. So I'm looking forward to that.
I love it. I love it. So you have a lot of things going on, ma'am.
I know. I try. I gotta keep busy. I gotta get busy.
Yeah, but that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So
Absolutely.
tell us the benefits of that castor oil because a lot of
Castor
people
oil.
you see a lot
Mhm.
of things. So tell us what the benefits are from your perspective.
It's good for your skin and it's good for your hair. Helps to prevent hair breakage, it strengthens the hair and promote growth. A lot
Mm,
of people are also using it, you see, on the eyebrows.
yeah,
We
yeah.
serum to help growing your eyebrows back for all of us who kind of lost it waxing.
Girl, I just don't grow. Mine don't grow. The one thing my mom always had was a red eyebrow pencil. I mean, as far as I can remember back, right? And so now, I'm her image. And so
Mhm.
that's the one thing that doesn't grow hair. I don't have, so I have to draw me.
Now I use dark brown pencil. I don't use the black pencil, and
Yeah, I don't use a red
I
pencil.
don't go to the store salon anymore for like, because I think they already took all of whatever I had, most of it. So whatever I have, I play around with it, and I'm good to
Absolutely. Me too. Me too. And I
I'm
mostly
using
I
my
use.
red castor oil, so we'll see. See.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because from in my case, these are the brown pencil, and the dark is too dark. The black is too dark,
Yeah,
right? And so every now and then I'll do it, and I'll be like, I don't really like that. But yeah,
dark
brown is
brown,
who I am. So
dark
hey,
brown.
Maria Stanford,
Hi Maria, how you
our
doing?
sister. Yes, absolutely. Hi, honey. It's good to see you. But yeah, so tell me about um how you got started. Like, remind our audience about your journey to become a beauty supply owner
Mhm.
in the mountains.
Yeah. So actually, I first started because I was working corporate job, and I know that I didn't want to be an employee forever. But I still work my job and learn what I can learn, and what, like our friend Donna Israel say, you're silent investor. You work at a
Yeah,
job, so right.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
then I try to decide what to do. Beauty was nothing on my mind or anything like that, because I didn't nothing know anything about hair, right?
Okay. Okay.
So I was thinking of taxation
Mm,
or like a Jamaican restaurant. Those are the
okay.
two things I was thinking.
Okay. Okay.
I'm from Jamaica, and how to cook like food and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about. But it was at the time when 2008 recession. Prior to that, 2007, when I was brainstorming, and what I ended up doing was buy some products. There's a local flea market in my area, and this was the fall of 2007.
Okay.
And I got a table at the flea market on the weekends, and to try to sell my products, to see. I was calling it testing the waters,
Yeah.
to see. And I did that, and then I think it was what, 3 days after Christmas, 2 days after Christmas, I got hurt. I fell down and tore up my knee. So
Oh
I
man.
know. So then the worst thing, it was my right knee, my driving, because I used to work in New Jersey. So it takes me an hour and a half each way to get to work. And so during the time home recovering, it was a sad time. I had my pity party for a week, and then that was it. And then I used the time while I was recovering to really explore and research the business, because I made a decision that if anything should happen in the economy, what business can I start that will serve a need?
I
And
heard
that's
you.
why I figured the restaurant would be great. And then I said beauty, but I didn't know anything about beauty, about hair, but I know about the restaurant. And then I dived deeper. So I started studying the beauty supply industry. And then I leaned towards the unknown. So that's what,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
so
Because it's
that,
an opportunity to learn something, right?
right,
And it
right.
grows you as a person when you jump into
Absolutely.
the unknown. I love it. I love it. And I
So,
love that you test the idea.
yes.
Like that's the number one thing. A lot of people will invest every dollar they have, every dollar, every dime, and they
Hmm.
don't really have proof of concept. And
Hmm.
you just said you tested
I tested it.
At the
and
flea
it tests
market.
me. I tested and it tests me. Yes, it did. But
I
it's
understand
all
that.
good. And listen, I did a lot of praying and fasting to get here. Believe me, it
Woo!
wasn't just a magic wand or something like that. It's more than that. You have to like, Lord, is this what I should do?
And all
Because
every day.
no,
Lord,
to
are
this
you sure?
but
Lord, are you
I'm
sure?
still doing it to this day because every decision that we have to make. So then I use that recovery time while I was home recovering for the 6 months. That's I really like dive into and just start planning my store. So by the time I get out of disability, I finish it's time to go back to work. I just quit my job just like that, cold turkey.
Wow. Wow.
I took a leap of faith. When I said a leap of faith, you
Yeah,
walk away from the certain to the uncertain.
absolutely.
That's what I did. And I never looked back. I never have any regrets. Did I have some very highs and lows? Yes, I did. But I made up my mind that because my job wanted me when I called HR, she said, we're not taking your resignation. I don't think you're thinking right. Call us back next week.
So
I
they
said,
wouldn't even take the resignation.
yeah, she think I was going through something, just being up. So the next week I said,
It's like making sure you're sure. Are you sure
yes,
about
that's what she
this?
said. Yep, I'll never forget. And then when I called back the Monday, I said, I'm back. I'm calling you back now and I'm resigning. I'm not coming back. She said, are you sure? That's the lady in HR. I said, yes. She said, okay, I'll put you down for a rehire. I said, no. The word no came out my mouth before I started thinking. She said, do you know that you can never, if I do that, you can never apply with this company again? I said, I'm fine. I said, I'm okay with that. I'm not, I literally, because when it's like you have to know when you're led, when the Lord opened up a door for you, and I think I was thinking about doing it and I was still holding on to the job. It's like a crutch. I think the job was a crutch. And I think that's why I believe that when I fell and tore up my knee,
I
it was
tell
the
you.
right knee, the driving foot that I
Mm.
need to drive to work every day. And I think that's why that one got messed up.
I understand.
Honestly, that's what
And in it strange and maybe not, but he does like people think it's gonna be an easy out. You walk in one day, you pack your box, you're gone. Most times there's some trauma. You've endured some trauma in that
exactly.
separation, right?
Yeah.
And then you have to really say, okay, this is what just gonna do. For me, it was 2 layoffs. Like the second
Mhm.
layoff, I was like, you know what? I can't build if I'm keep getting laid off. I gotta just jump on in.
Yeah, yeah. You
When you
have to,
get
and what you have to do for me is, and a lot of time, like people are leaving their jobs to go into business or starting a business. You have to decide that you're gonna weather the storm.
mm,
It's not a get rich thing
not
because
get rich quick. Absolutely. Yeah.
especially retail, there's some days you could walk in your business and you sit there all day and helping so many customers, and at the end of the day, you haven't sold a penny. You know,
Mm.
you have
So
to
it
be
can't be for the money. So that's another point. Like
right.
that's another nugget. It can't
Exactly.
be for the money
Can't be.
because some days you will work, but the money won't come.
Yeah. Because
And
well,
so,
you
yeah,
could have 50 customers come through your store that day. And when you're checking out at night, he's like, all that work for nothing. And you could have 10 and you hit the jackpot. So it's just like when you have to, like, once you take that leap of faith, you have to like really weather the storm. You just have to be thankful every day you get a chance to open your door. That's how
What
I
is,
live.
what is the one lesson you wish you had known before you started your business?
Before I started my business, I would say build a team before I
Mm,
started. Yeah, I would
mm,
say. Hi, Kathy Ann, welcome. I would say build a team. But
hmm.
because when I started, I know I wasn't going back to work.
Okay.
So I plugged myself into it. So
Yeah.
I was doing all the work. And
Yeah.
remember, it was like on the job training for me, right?
Absolutely.
So I learned that. So I was just doing as I go along. And then I get so passionate about it. I really enjoy what I do.
Uh-huh.
So as I grow, you still, trying to be present in it. So that's one thing. I just thought that I could handle it. I handle it
Yeah,
for a while, but after a while, you get tired and you want to scale. So you need that break. So that's one thing.
absolutely.
Team building.
I think that for me, the one thing I wish I had known before I started was how long it takes to actually get it off the ground, like
Mhm.
the patience,
Right.
to know, to build a following. I mean, like now, I was talking to one of the girls here that I'm doing Black Fridays tomorrow, and I was talking to her, and I was telling her today that when I first started, I used to think you see people with millions of followers, hundreds of followers, and all of that. And I love my followership over the hundreds, millions, and thousands because I
Mm-hmm.
have quality people that follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes the difference. But I
Right.
wish the one thing I wished I had known when I first started my business was to have patience, with me and patience with the business.
Right. Absolutely.
Because
That's important.
yeah, because I didn't understand that. I was like, I was hurry up, and most of my business owners, they think they're gonna quit their jobs and just make $1 million tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, not
Unless you get lucky with a lottery ticket, but it takes some work. It takes
girl,
some work.
girl.
Yeah.
I try to ring them back in. No, 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 don't quit yet. Don't quit
Now
yet.
you have to like slowly do it and transition out of it. And especially it depends on the industry that you're in
It
also.
does. It does because each industry has its own metrics of how it
Mhm.
works, right? You know, the restaurant that you talked about has like 90% failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is super, super, super high.
Because when you think about a restaurant like a Caribbean Jamaican restaurant, like unless you're near like a school, like near a office building, near like certain communities, then you know that you're going to be busy like every day,
Yeah,
right? And when
yeah.
I say school, maybe college, or if it's a high school where the kids are allowed to go out for lunch,
Right,
that's
right.
different. But you cannot position that just about anywhere. In the airport, yeah, like locations like that. Inside terminals, so once they go through TSA, they
Yeah,
just buy whatever they want, right?
yeah, yeah. Because the thing about it, and I have people talk about and had client that was interested in going to the mall. And because if you're in the food court in the mall, people a confused shopper doesn't buy, and there's too many choices.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sounds good, my restaurant's in the mall, but the rent is high.
Mm-hmm.
The rent is high, and the customers may not like you because they have so many choices.
They have dollar menus.
Yeah, yeah,
If the
yeah,
dollar menu there
yeah,
after they finish
that
shopping, that's where they're gonna go. So with a
exactly.
restaurant, you have to know, and especially if it's a dining, then you have to market yourself in a way where your eye-hand restaurant, like certain times of the year, like Mother's Day, there's certain times that you'll
Right.
be busy. Other than that, it's very tricky. Or just do
Very.
takeout.
You have to be strategic in any of it, and that's the same thing. Even in your beauty supply, you've
Right.
had to be strategic.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the thing that a lot of business owners they get, and I love business owners, I do. And I love startups, I do. They're my number one customers, my target
Right.
audience. But what I find kind of icky between our relationship is most startups have a vision in their head
Yeah.
and they think that's what the business is supposed to look like,
Mm-hmm.
irregardless to what the customers say. And I try to teach them to be married to the idea that you're going to be a business owner, but don't marry the idea of how, because as you learn more about business, that idea is going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Your business will change.
Absolutely.
And if you're stuck on no, it has to be how it was in my head, the vision in your head didn't have any business knowledge. Didn't have anything about marketing and target customers and
Right.
all this other stuff. I wrote a business plan today. I was working on a business plan client, and I said, most businesses don't understand all this right here. He was like, Miss Linda, I didn't.
That's true.
because most people don't know, like
Right.
what the first glimpse in your head is to tell you to you need to be a business owner. But
Right.
then as you learn, I'm sure your business today looks nothing like it did on day one.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all, Linda. You're absolutely right. Because you know what it is too? Sometimes I think that a lot of time when we're starting business, we start our business with a consumer mindset, what we like, you know? And that's the thing. And we're all, I'm guilty of
Ooh,
it. Because you're going to like in the beginning, even sometimes some of the products that we buy, say for instance, the beauty industry, we like ordering hair. We're buying something that we want to wear, that we will love wearing, not thinking about who our avatar is and who we're really, who we're
not
shopping
even
for.
asking them, not even asking them what they
Right.
want. Like the most invaluable information you can get is asking your customers, what is it that you're willing to pay money for?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All the brands that you think about, Netflix and Apple and Microsoft and Walmart and all the different brands that are out here that have been out here and are successful,
Right.
they know how valuable customer feedback is,
Mm-hmm.
and they are even pay you a $25 gift card or something on your bill or something to get your feedback because they realize how important and how
Mm-hmm.
crucial it is to build your business not from a consumer's mindset
Right. Right.
but
It's
that of
so
a
easy to do.
service.
It's true. It's so easy to do because we're excited that we're starting a business. It's
Yeah,
our business. And oh my God. And it's just like when you're setting it up, I want this to look that way. I want that to look that way. So it's like about you until you put the pieces together and then you want the customer to come. And sometimes we don't even see it, because you can't see, you don't know what they like. And
yeah,
even though when you're expecting a certain audience, it can
yeah,
change. And then
absolutely.
you have to be willing to change.
You have to be willing to listen, and then
And listen.
once you listen to the information, you must be willing to change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can go for years doing the wrong thing
Yep.
wrong way. You can.
Because you know why too? It's so easy. You're absolutely right, Linda. Because you go for years doing the wrong thing because you keep doing it and it works to how you want it. So you don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that it's the wrong thing because you keep doing it and you can do it. As long as you can do it, you think you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Until you get to the point where you can't anymore, then you realize, wait a second. But as long as you keep doing it, there's a
As long
way.
as somebody come by and buy one or two pieces
That's absolutely.
and you're struggling, you're not making profit.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
profit is a foreign friend.
Right. That's absolutely
It
true.
doesn't come by to visit. And
Yeah.
so when you get tired of spending money, spending money, spending money, and then you're actually ready to make money, right? That's when you're able to learn and listen. You become
Mhm.
teachable.
Right. Yeah. Because we need to be teachable, no
Absolutely.
matter what level we are in business.
Absolutely.
Because no one has ever arrived.
No, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not a destination, it's a journey. And
Mhm.
it takes listening and implementing. One of my mentees posted that something about the money and the idea of how to get to the money. And I went and posted the idea. I think he said the idea is how you get to the money. And I said the action on the idea
Mm.
is how the money comes.
Yep.
Because you can have ideas. I've had so many ideas I didn't use.
Ideas. Oh
Like
my
here
God.
we are in COVID. Here we are in COVID,
Mhm.
and now we can actually watch movie theaters at home. Whatever's playing in the movies, we can actually watch it at home. I
Right.
had an idea back in the 80s when I was in New Orleans, and I wanted to see what was at the movies, but I didn't want to leave the house. And here we are, what, 30 years later, 40 years
Yep.
later,
You can do it all.
and now it's happening. So you can have the idea, but if you don't put action behind the idea,
Doesn't make sense.
it doesn't go anywhere. And so a lot of us have great ideas, but we don't implement.
Yeah.
And so building up, so not only did you, not only did you, ma'am, open one store in the mountains, how many stores do you have today?
So I opened two stores, and then recently I'm actually building the online store. So kind of shifting to reach more audience. COVID has taught me a lot,
Yep,
believe me.
girl. Yeah. And you opened a store during COVID.
I was expanding during
Yeah,
COVID. So I expand during that time. And now, even since COVID, a lot more people are shopping online.
exactly.
So I'm thinking, scaling the online store, going in
Absolutely.
that direction is like my next big project. So
I love it. I love it. And that's where I'm at in teaching businesses how, even if you have a brick and mortar, if you're not online, you are leaving money on the table.
yeah, absolutely.
And you are actually marketing to a very small group where you
Hmm.
could be expanding and marketing to the world.
Right, right. Yep.
You
There's
know,
so
you
many
think,
different
yeah,
places, marketplaces. So I think for me, so
absolutely.
that's basically my next and current like part of the business is really to push the online part of it. And
Absolutely.
instead of scaling the brick and mortar, I rather scale the online store, reach more customers because
I heard you. I heard you. And it doesn't limit you. It doesn't limit, there are no limits. There are 8 billion people on earth, honey. And
that's
you
true.
and you don't have to serve even 1% of that and do well.
Right,
So,
that's true. That's true.
so it's understanding what the marketplace look like. And that's what another thing when I'm doing business plans, a lot of people open a business, have no clue what's going on in their industries.
Hmm.
Like they don't know what's selling. They're just selling what they're selling.
Right. And then it's hard, especially in the beauty supply industry. You have to know, like for me, I really didn't know anything, as I said in the beginning. So I
Mm,
had to learn. But I learned from like the manufacturers,
I
whoever
love
is
it.
supplying us the hair and all of that. I lean in that direction because who else at the time can I learn from? Because I didn't know anyone else like that. As
Absolutely.
far as the products, like there's one person that really helped me. Isn't it Joe? Like to this day, he's very good. He realized I'm just walking away from my job. And with that, he said, this is a tough business for you to get in, and you're just going to leave your job. I said, yes. He said, oh my God, you know what? Here's my number. I've been in this business for over 20 years and it's tough. But if you ever need to know anything, to this day, it's like we're good friends. I can always call him and said,
I
so
love
and
it.
so and so. Yeah. So
And
after that,
that's another nugget. So not only did you have your idea and what you plan to do, you also had a mentor
yeah.
in the
And
industry.
I think that, yeah, and I think that was God sent because he probably saw that was I didn't know anything, but I just someone else that was working it as a manager at one of the store was able to tell me like certain things. I didn't know, but he said, you know what? Let me tell you, do this, do that, do that. I'm like, okay. And I did it. And over the years, I try to find out anything and I've learned over the years.
Yeah,
So and like for a lot of people now, they look at it, especially trying to get into the beauty supply business. A lot of people look at what other people have and what they're doing and think that, oh, I can do
I
that.
can mimic that. Yeah,
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 but it's not as easy. You probably can and get into it, but there's sometimes you fall into pitfalls. It's not very hard to get into, but you have to know how to position yourself that's
positioning is
very
everything. Getting your piece of the market share,
yeah.
right? And that's the thing. A lot of people, and it really doesn't matter. I mean, that story applies across the gamut. When you think about how you start a business, like most people don't look out to see what the industry's doing and don't try to fine tune based on what's really selling, because I always try to encourage my students and clients to be an association. Go and join an association in your industry so you
Hmm.
can learn about your industry. Like you need to
Hmm.
know about it on the local level, you need to know about it on state level, you definitely need to know about it on a global level. So
Hmm.
understanding what that looks like and becoming an expert
Hmm.
in your field, regardless of what you're selling.
Right, right.
And especially if you're in the restaurant and beauty industries.
Beauty business. Because one thing we know that beauty always say that beauty is ever present. It's not going anywhere.
Mm,
Um, and it's gonna change. Like sometimes it looks like it changes weekly.
yeah,
Really.
yeah,
It's always gonna change and styles come and go.
absolutely.
It takes a lot, but it's doable. but you have to decide to work. And as with any business, don't go in it and think you're gonna like make it like 1, 2, 3 on day one. It's not
That
gonna happen.
that tell you that right there. I cannot tell you. And when I slow them down, and I love that the men that I'm working with. In fact, my last three clients are all men, but the
Mm.
men that I'm working with, they have humbled. COVID has humbled them enough to where when I say when I say, well, it needs to be this or that, they'll be like, yes, Miss Linda, whatever you say. But before, before COVID, it was like, well, I've been doing this, and they used to have a bit of
Mhm.
an attitude. But here lately, my last three clients have been guys, and they have been so. I'm getting ready to change my mind about how male business owners are, because
Mm.
before they were like, no, ma'am, no,
And now
ma'am.
you're getting them.
Yeah, but
But
now,
you're good at what you do, Linda. You're the best. So hey.
well,
and
thank you for that. But
and you know
I
what? And you have
woo,
a remarkable story because I know how you were almost checked out of here during COVID.
girl,
Mhm.
you know,
So with that, and you bounce back, and people see you're doing what you're doing, and they get results. So
they get results.
and you got your
They're getting
receipts.
results a little bit everywhere, and I'm loving it. I'm seeing, they're getting their pictures put on bus benches. They're on buses. They're out on billboards. I'm like, yeah, I am loving it. I am loving it. They're finally getting seen, getting heard, and that's
Mhm.
what you are wanting to do for those in the beauty industry or those. So let's talk about the person that should be calling or connecting with you, Donna, for this big thing you have coming up.
So, okay. So if you're a hairstylist, a braider, because you have some braiders that are not licensed, but they're still talented and gifted in what they do, right? If you're like a hairstylist, if you're a stay-at-home mom, not everyone can go out to work or want to go outside to work, but there's still a good candidate, another stream or income, or your only stream of income.
Mm,
A retiree. A lot of people retire and didn't have any plans for retirement and just sit home, not doing anything, spending up their retirement money. Why not do something that you can work at your own pace and is bringing in some extra revenue?
right.
Um, Even if you're a serial entrepreneur and you just need to have another business under your belt, this is perfect for you also.
I
Um,
love it.
and this is what's called opening or launching. And I use those two words because if you want to open a beauty supply store in the storefront, or if you want to do an online beauty supply store. So opening or launching your six-figure beauty supply business with foundations for longevity. And the
Mm,
reason why that part, foundations for longevity, is important is that a lot of times anyone can open up a beauty supply store. A lot of people open it, whether they're finding a coach or whatever. But it's one thing to open it, but how do you maintain?
absolutely.
How do you maintain longevity in the industry? Because before it was a few of us, now since COVID, a lot more people have open beauty supply store. But what are you going to do to set yourself apart
Mm,
so you can stay there? Because we already have competition from the other side. So what are you going to do to set yourself apart, to create the longevity in the industry so you can serve more people? You can probably have a couple more stores if you want,
mm,
online, offline, just to spread your wings wherever you want
I
to
love it.
spread it. So that's why for me, with my experience over the years, it's like put it all together. And people usually reach out to me from time to time, and I usually tell them. And I have a coach who's saying, you got to stop doing that. You got to finish that program. You can't be working so hard for all these years and giving it away.
Absolutely.
No more free
Absolutely.
99, as they would say, right? No
Free
more.
99.
I don't
Absolutely.
know who came up with that, but because he said
Yeah,
the
the free
dollar store.
99 is not flying around here. Yeah.
Because guess what? The dollar store is not even a dollar anymore.
There's no such thing as a dollar store anymore. Right?
Exactly.
It went to the 5.99 store.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now, so that's what it is. So I've been working on this, and I packaged it. I actually was doing some consulting, not a lot. One of my client, I helped her open her beauty supply store in Montego Bay, Jamaica. So, yeah,
Mm,
so she did that one. She actually came here and shadowed me for a month.
Okay.
And I was able to source her products to her also. This was the end of 2019, and she opened up like end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and then COVID hits right after she opened up. Yeah.
Dang.
So that was like, but no one knew what was coming there, and
Absolutely.
that just happens.
That just
So
happened. And a lot of things, and the thing about it is why someone who's in the hair care industry should probably reach out to you. In the last 15 years, you have seen some things.
yes, I have seen some things, a lot of things.
And
I-
so why not reach out to somebody who can help you, give you the shortcut,
Absolutely.
to jump over some potholes that you may not even know exist.
Exactly. That's true, because I've learned it because I had to do it, to stay here, to create my longevity. So I've done that. And honestly, like, to me, opening up a beauty supply store, it's easy.
Mm,
Literally, to me, it's
mm,
easy. After learning so much, even when I said easy, even to set the physical store up, to put it together. Because when I opened my second store, I didn't plan on opening up a second store.
mm.
I literally didn't, because normally you go into another location, you start planning in advance and doing all of that. I literally didn't plan it because I didn't plan on being there for that long. It
Wow.
was I said I was going to do a space for the Christmas,
Okay.
get into the mall setting for the Christmas. So that's why I did it. I, researched it and stuff like that. And I end up staying there longer. So it was so easy, once I find the place to set it up, to put it together, and I just keep going. It was like one, two, three. And
Mm,
so that's why, like, with what I've learned and what I know that I can pour it into others. A lot of young people, whoever out there, wants to do it themselves, and they don't know how to or where to go, and the foundations, how to really get it started, so they can scale and be here for a long time, so
absolutely.
eventually they themselves can coach somebody someday how
Absolutely.
to get into it. So that's why I end up finishing up my program, and it's there. Also, they can, if I may talk about it now, the master
Yeah.
class. So
Yeah.
what
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about the master class for someone who's needing some support. And I'm knocking over things. Who's needing some support on their idea. Like they have the idea, or they may even have, the whole beauty supply, or doing hair, or
Mhm,
whatever it is that they do, but they're going to need some support in, how do I take and scale this? How do I make this become a real thing? Because it
mhm.
starts out as a side hustle, right? You're
Right.
testing. So it
Mhm.
starts out as a side hustle, but what if you think about income replacement, and now making it, you do well at doing hair, and now
Mhm.
you're ready to scale this thing. So how can they get in that master class and learn some of the fundamental things that they need to learn in order to scale their businesses?
Right. So the master class is this Sunday at October 2nd, right? Is this Sunday at 7 p.m. via Zoom. They can go to beautysupplymasterclass.com, and
Mm.
they can register there and join us, and we'll have a good time and learning at the same time on this Sunday evening. So that's beautysupplymasterclass.com.
And that
And
link is in the description of this video.
okay,
So
great.
if you are needing to go ahead and register, which I think you should do now,
Mhm.
then that link is already in the description of this video. So go ahead and register to get your name in there, and plan to attend Sunday at what time?
Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
So that's in the evening, so that you've been to church and you've had that good dinner, you get your hour nap,
Mhm.
and then you can study and learn some things about how to grow your business, how to grow your hair care business.
Right. So
Love it.
we'll cover like so many different things about, doing business in the hair business, like all that good stuff. We're going to really have a deep dive into you becoming the businesswoman.
I love
And
it.
if you are, say you're already like a hairstylist or a braider, like sometimes a lot of braiders, really good braiders, they braid from home or they go to their client's house.
Right.
And a lot of times the client may work. By the time they get off work, the beauty supply store is closed, or someone call you early, they would like to get a hairstyle because, whatever, and the stores are not open. So sometimes you end up losing the client, or you
Mm,
doing someone's hair, you run out of hair. Like so many things can happen.
absolutely.
Especially stylists like those are the perfect ones to be that braider and an entrepreneur at the same time.
Mm,
Have your own beauty supply business. You don't have to go open up a big storefront. With my program, you will have your own beauty supply store, have your products on hand, and your clients buy from you. They're going to make an appointment. They can choose the hair that they want. So when they come
mm.
there, you're ready to go. You have everything ready for them to go.
I
So you
love it.
have your beauty supply business and you still have your braiding business. Stylists are the same. So when you go through this program, come to a masterclass. If you're retired, you could be retired and just sitting home watching the news, and guess what? Your phone is going off. You have orders coming in. You pack your orders, you go to USPS.com, schedule a pickup. They will come right there and pick your their orders up to ship out. And you may say, well, I don't have a website. We can get the website built for you, your own website. It's not like an affiliate, it's your website, your name. If you said, oh my God, registering the business is so much, no, no, no. We have certified public accountants that can get your business registered in
Love it.
your state. Just get everything that you need. So
So that's a beauty supply in a box, isn't it?
everything, everything. You
Wow.
just have to just say, we can get everything done for you if you want to. So this way, think about what Q3 is about finished, right?
It's over.
It's done in a 20.
Tomorrow's the last day of Q3.
Right, Q3 is done. And the year end is coming. All of us is gonna, oh my God, like let's get it together. It's like
Yeah.
the beginning. So now you want to end Q4, starting in Q4, like with a mission, with a plan.
Yes.
And then this is one way, or Christmas is coming. I figure this year people are going to go all the way out for Christmas, since we have more room to move about.
Mm.
So instead of like using up your little savings to buy everybody the gifts, get something going. Get your beauty supply, your own online beauty supply store going, and have people buy stuff from you this time.
Get paid for braiding hair.
Yeah,
Like get paid.
yeah,
A lot of people start out just doing everyone's hair.
exactly.
But wouldn't it be great if, okay, I'm a great braider. Now I need to start getting paid for that.
Hmm. And you know what, Linda? You could even be a college student. You're a college student, you're in college somewhere, we're in a rural area. All them girls need their hair done. You want
Mhm.
to have your own online beauty supply store. We will ship it to you right there on campus in your dorm, or if you have an apartment outside, you get your product shipped to you at wholesale price, not retail, at
Mm.
wholesale price when we source it. And then you could be supplying all the students in your college,
I
you
know
know?
it.
So there's so many different ways that you can own your beauty supply business without thinking you have to break the bank with, 500,000, 200. No, you don't. You know your audience, you start there and you build on it. And when you're
Yeah,
ready to branch off into a physical store, if you want to, then you can. Or you could keep the online. You can have customers wherever, overseas,
I love it.
Canada. Just
I love it.
and if you have your own beauty supply store too, you can apply to different marketplace and sell it there,
Yeah.
Amazon or Walmart, different ones. And if you don't want to ship them yourself, you send it to them, do fulfillment. You still have your beauty supply business. So, but you're not the one doing the shipping. So there's so many advantages to owning your own beauty supply business today. And especially if you already have a lot of followers, like why you have them followers then? Come on, you know?
Some followers want product. They want their hair done. They want,
Exactly.
they want to be a part. Turn them from followers to clients.
Exactly.
That
Definitely.
conversion. That's how you get paid.
Mhm. So yeah, it's there. It's there. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's all easy, but I don't want anyone to think that they can't have a beauty supply store because it costs a lot.
Right,
You
right.
have to
And that's the
know.
thing. Like you
Mhm.
have to want it. You have to want and that's the thing is I posted today earlier that people we invest in our children, our grandkids, the neighbors, people when we see people needing help. Like
Mhm.
we invest in people across most people are givers, generally are givers
Right.
towards something. We find it very hard to invest in ourselves.
Absolutely.
We feel guilty about that, but you deserve to have your best life. And the only person that can give you your best life is you.
It's you.
So
It's you.
if this is what your talent is your talent is beauty supply, are you in that industry? You would be wise to plan to attend Sunday at
Mhm.
7 p.m. Eastern time, this master class, and learn how to take that idea and convert that idea into a business.
Yep. Absolutely. This Sunday, October 2nd at 7 p.m., go to beautysupplymasterclass.com and register there. And for everyone who also register who come to the class, they'll receive a free copy of my book, Step-by-Step Guide to Opening Your Beauty Supply Business.
Wow.
So, yeah, everyone
So
who
even after the call, they have a reference
after the
guide.
call, they'll get a bonus.
Ah, listen to that. Ah, yeah. And so, so that is if you have not registered, you need to register if you're in the hair care industry. This is going to help you to become the best you and start building the life that you want to see for yourself. Like I love entrepreneurs and I love the fact that we are talented and but we're charitable. And I get that. We're charitable, but it's time, it's getting cold, and
Mhm.
think about how you can do some online things to help your business to grow. Like if you can provide product to people and ship it to their homes where they don't have to
Mhm.
come out, saving time, saving money. Those
Yep.
two things across the board, I don't care what you're selling. Those two things
Convenience.
help. Absolutely
Yeah,
convenience.
convenience. And
Hmm.
who is your target? You want
Yeah,
to target college students, you know, you
this would be great
find.
for some college kid that's wanting to make some more money.
Right, right. So you can do that. Just know who you can serve. You can do it. You can be at home and have your business going. And it's what it is. Even to ship the products, if you do not want to pack your car and go to the post office yourself, USPS,
Yeah,
schedule a pickup
yeah.
and the orders are ready to go.
I love it. I love
It
it.
is.
That's wonderful. And I hope that people are paying attention. If you have a person, daughter or friend or somebody that could benefit this, go ahead and slide forward this into their inbox so they can watch it and so they can join on Sunday, join Donna and learn how she's kept afloat through COVID and everything. Like you're a survivor.
Yeah.
You, you,
Through,
you have been
through the recession, from the
recession,
recession of
inflation,
2008, inflation and everything, and
the
COVID.
housing
And
market crash. Like you done been through all kind of stuff,
I've been through all
and
of
you're
it.
still here. I
Got
love
to
it.
persevere through it all.
I love it. I love it. That should be a badge right there. Because you've
And
been
I would love
the
to see.
economy has done a
Yeah,
roller
it
coaster.
has. It has. And, I would love to see more of us, more sisters that get into this business and able to last in it that long.
Absolutely.
Linda, we put billions of dollars out in this
Absolutely.
industry. Um,
Absolutely.
and I don't see why we shouldn't own a large portion of it. We
Absolutely.
don't. Unfortunately, it's a reality, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have to stay. We're not trying to compete with anyone.
No.
But the same way you can invest in it as a consumer, you can invest in it for yourself as an entrepreneur. And it's doable, it can happen. And don't look at what the other person is doing. Find your path, travel your own path, find your customer base,
Hmm.
know who you want to serve. Don't get in it thinking that you're going to knock the next person out of business. Sometimes people get into business with the wrong mindset, thinking they
Right.
can do better than that person. And no, because no one can serve every customer.
That
Every
is too
customer
many,
is
and it's enough for everybody.
money is
I
enough
mean,
for
there's
it.
enough customers out there for everyone,
And
and
people are going to
so
spend their money where they want to. So you should just get the product, find who you want, and serve them.
Yeah,
just serve the people
I
and
love it.
just think of how you can grow and scale yourself, and eventually like what you can teach, as you grow your business and you collect all that data, and one day you could share it with the next generation coming behind, because they too need to know how to do it, so when they
Absolutely.
get
And I
older.
love that a lot of girls 10 and up are starting to become braiders. So this is a great way for them to make some side change, right?
Yeah, yeah. Have your products and on hand, and they finish doing their hair. Guess what?
Give them the
This is
product to help take care of it.
exactly. You can use this oil in it. This edge control, because the baby hair thing.
Oh yeah, gotta have
The
the baby.
baby hair thing. Yeah, have your maintenance product there with them. Let them
Absolutely.
have it, and it's a win-win for everybody. They don't have to spend um a tank of gas driving cross town everywhere to
Mhm.
find the hair just to come in. No, no, no. Just have it right there, and that your clients know that, oh my God, that's my girl, because she got all my stuff. I don't have to go anywhere. Or if you don't drive, I don't have to take the bus. So I give Uber all my money just to buy the hair and Uber back to the stylist. She
Yeah.
has everything, and there's so many
And that's serving
advantages.
your customer.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
that's serving them from beginning to ending, because
Hmm.
people had stopped that. They started having you wash your hair at home and condition your hair at home and all this other stuff, and then they come and do it. But now these full service beauticians are like, no, 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 just come. I got
Hmm.
everything you need right here,
Hmm.
and
And
that's how
and
it should
that's
be.
great too, like the ease of access and convenience. You just
Absolutely,
go there and just sit down. Everything is
and be
waiting for you.
pampered.
Exactly.
Ah, yes,
Exactly.
I miss those days.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
do miss those days. But yeah, but this has been a great conversation
Yes.
about how people can start businesses. So, what is one parting comment that you would like to give to anyone who's listening?
If you're on the fence about having your own business, you may have all these ideas going on in your head. You don't know where to go. Oh, I don't have all that money. Like all this. Sometimes I think we're talking ourselves out of doing what we
Mm.
want to do. If you have an interest in the beauty supply industry, even if you just thought of it and you think it's impossible, that's when you should be there to see that this impossible is possible.
Yeah,
You know, uh, don't doubt yourself, and not because you don't know it, that doesn't mean that you should like discredit it.
right.
If you have like a little feeling that, you know what, one day I want to do something for myself, then that means you should be doing something for yourself. Don't give up on something unless you actually try it. And you have to know that as a woman, if you're a woman, right, the beauty supply industry, think about how much money you have invested in it. How many times you buy hair, you go home, or you don't like it, you take it out, you throw it away, right? How about you buying the hair, the same hair? You may use a pack for yourself. You can have your cake and eat it. All you need is 1 or 2 packs. The rest of it, you're going to sell it and bring it back to the house.
And
So,
make your money back.
exactly.
And
So,
make your money back for what you
yeah,
spent.
so some of that money that you're spending out there, think of it as an investment
Mm.
that it can bring you some money back. So if you want another stream of income, something that you don't have to go find 2 jobs and hustling trying to get from one job to the next, you can have a business that you could be on your 9 to 5, and your business is making money for you. That's your stream of income without you laboring like that. So I would
Exactly.
say, if you always want to do something for yourself, something to generate some income, if you think about the beauty supply business, if you are a stylist, or if you have a touch of it, but then you think this part of it, the beauty supply, it's too much, you can't do it, it's not possible, no, you should be there, and I can show you why you can do it.
Mm. I like it. I like it. Well, those are great parting words. My name is Linda Murray Bullard. They call me the business plug. And this evening, I am plugging you into beauty supply. Whether you are doing a braider, or you do hair, or you want to just be a beauty supply store where you can sell products to your friends and on college campuses and wherever else that there's a drought for hair beauty supplies. We know that there are some places where the products that aren't there. This is the answer. And you could become the supplier of those products by attending Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Donna's masterclass. And so go to the link that's in the description of this video and register now, and then plan to attend on Sunday. I will on Sunday at 7 p.m. I will be back on the Business Plugs Mixer. But before then, tomorrow night, I am at Black Fridays. Black Fridays, I will be interviewing businesses who would like to get themselves in front of over 20,000 people around the world to tell them about their products and their services. I just plugged you into the beauty supply, and tomorrow I'll plug you into how to get your business seen and heard. You all join me, and I'll see you tomorrow night if I don't see you on Sunday. Have a great one, everyone.
Thanks. Have a great one. Thanks, Linda.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.